Top 10 surprisingly good new manhwa that you probably didn't read yet. Before we start, I wanted to ask everyone for some small help. Making videos these days is hard and it costs a lot of money, so I want all of those who want to help me by donating some small amount, like at least $1. If you like my work, then you can help with the channel. Those that will donate, I will put their name in the end card. Anyway, let's start with the video. Tired of same old manhwa recommendations? Well, get ready for some hidden gems. Today, we're counting down the top 10 most surprisingly awesome new manhwa that you won't find on everyone else's list. Before we begin, subscribe and like this video. Number 10. Soul of Chiu. Long ago, there was an epic war between gods and the powerful Chiu monster tribe. After the gods won, they got weaker as people stopped believing in them. Now, in modern times, the desperate gods hatch a plan. They'll bring back the souls of the mighty Chiu leaders and put them inside regular humans. One day, an ordinary guy suddenly gets incredibly demonic powers. That's because the soul of the legendary Chiu leader has been reborn inside him. Overnight, he goes from an average Joe to a superhuman brawler with crazy monster abilities. He can grow massive demon arms and unleash devastating attacks. It's an insanely wild story watching this regular dude instantly become an unstoppable force. You will go nuts for the jaw-dropping fantasy action. Number 9. Human Mask. In a world where masks are serious art and dance is a martial art, there lived an outcast masked dancer named Bongsan. He was looked down on by everyone, but little did they know, Bongsan was destined for greatness. Following a treasure map from his master, Bongsan sets out on an epic quest to find the legendary Human Mask, a powerful artifact that can stop the evil Sapphire Black Tiger from becoming king. Along the way, Bongsan learns incredible mask dancing skills that give him wild superpowers in battle. He can swing nunchucks made of masks, breathe fire, and even shapeshift using the mask's magic. It's an endlessly creative adventure following the underdog Bongsan as he masters the coolest mask abilities to take down bad guys. You will be glued to the screen watching the ingenious mask fights. Number 8. Debuff Master. Have you ever felt like you were destined for greatness, but life kept knocking you down? Well, that's exactly what happens to our boy Han Tae-sung in this new awesome manhwa. Tae-sung is a talented gamer who thinks he's finally gonna make it big in the hit game B&W. But nope, his teammates betray him, he gets saddled with huge debt and loses everything. Talk about an underdog story. Just when Tae-sung hits rock bottom, he gets a crazy second chance with a secret Debuff Master power that lets him weaken any enemy. Suddenly, the tables turn as the once struggling gamer goes on a revenge quest using clever debuffs to take down the jerks who ruined his life. It's an incredibly high-power fantasy following Tae-sung as he levels up from zero to hero using his unique skills. The action scenes are fire as he outwits foes with hilarious status effect combos. Debuff Master is a ton of fun. Number 7. Jongsung Detective Agency. Imagine being a broke 16-year-old servant girl living in a glitzy, neon-soaked city of Jongsung. That's the pickle our plucky heroine Soa finds herself in, until she stumbles into a twisted mystery that turns her life upside down. After accidentally getting framed for a crime, Soa crosses paths with the dashing Jong Hae-kyung, a young detective running his own private eye agency. Despite her rough situation, Soa's sharp wits and bravery impress Hae-kyung, so he takes her under his wing as they team up to crack the case. What ensues is an electrifying neo-noir adventure as the rookie detective duo dive deep into Gyeongsung's seedy underbelly, matching wits against cunning criminals. Soha may be green, but her street smarts and Hae-kyung's intelligence make them a dynamic team. With its snazzy retro vibe, high-stakes mysteries, and unlikely partners in crime solving, Gyeongsung Detective Agency is an absolute blast. I mean, who doesn't love rooting for fearless underdogs taking on the urban underworld? Number 6. Reincarnation of the Heavenly Demon. Tian Heijin was once the greatest martial arts master around, feared by all. But then, he died and reincarnated as Bai Laijuan, a total loser. Bai Laijuan is a useless gambler who got disowned and locked up by his own family for being such an embarrassment. From hero to literal zero. Luckily, Tian Heejin's skills and memories carried over into his new life, so even though he starts off as a weakling, Bai Lijuan slowly reveals his godly fighting abilities that leave everyone in shock. It's an incredibly wild and fun story watching the former legend regain his martial arts mastery from rock bottom. You'll be glued to the screen as the underdog Bai Lijuan proves he's the strongest guy around. Number 5. How to survive as a dragon with time limit. Imagine being terminally ill, only to be reincarnated as the most powerful creature ever, a dragon. Sounds amazing, right? Well, not for our unlucky protagonist, Lois, who realizes even in his new scaly form, he's still living on borrowed time. Despite being born with incredibly draconic powers, riches, and a supposed millennial-long lifespan, Lois keeps facing random deadly situations that could turn him off at any moment. From freaky accident to violent monster attacks, his 9 lives are dwindling fast. But Lois isn't just gonna roll over. Using his meta-knowledge of the world, he's determined to buck the story's plot and survive by any means necessary, even if it means embracing villainy. It's an outrageously funny and thrilling adventure watching the terminally ill dragon obliterate any threat in his path to defy his doomed destiny. He will lose it over Lois's escalating antics and jaw-dropping abilities as he desperately clings to life, making this one an absolute riot. Who says dragons can't be underdogs? Number 4. Muscle Mage. In a world where magic rules supreme, our muscly meathead protagonist is basically disabled. He can't cast a single spell to save his life. Talk about an L for this poor guy. Despite his complete lack of magical talent, his burning dream is to still become the greatest magician around. It's an utterly ridiculous goal that everyone laughs off as impossible. I mean, how's a mundane weightlifter bro with negative magic powers supposed to accomplish that? Well, get ready for some deliciously stupid fun as our determined hero finds a brilliantly dumb loophole. Since he can't cast magic directly, he instead starts channeling it through his hugely buff physique by doing insane muscle wizard training. It's an insanely high power fantasy that'll have you hooked. Number 3. Sun's Retribution. Kang Pildu is a total badass prosecutor, but even he's not prepared for the brutal bombshell. His evil family straight up murdered his beloved mom. Pildu's dad and big bro jerks run Sonha Group, a shady corporate empire. When mom got too close to expose their crimes, they iced her to keep their dirty secrets buried. Well, Pildu isn't taking this lying down. Consumed by rage, he goes full scorched earth, using every legal loophole and underhanded tactic in the book to burn Sonhua Group to the ground as payback. It's one man's relentless, high-octane quest for vengeance against his own bloodline. Number 2. Catastrophic Priest. One day, the whole world turned into a crazy video game. Monsters appeared and people had to pick job classes to survive, like fighters or wizards. Our hero Lin Yi picked a priest, which everyone thought was the lamest choice. But they were so wrong. Lin is amazing and uses his healing powers as incredible weapons. Instead of supporting teammates, he obliterates monsters with holy magic blasts and explosions. He's the toughest priest ever, speedrunning dungeons and destroying demons with his unique ability. No one expects a healer to be so overpowered. It's an incredibly fun story watching Lin break all the rules and prove how awesome the priest class can be. You will go wild seeing his creative magic attacks in action against the bad guys. Number 1. The mysterious world's greatest martial artist, Little Prince. In a city ruined by war, an unexpected hero arrives, a beautiful teenage boy named Jin Murip. Despite his pretty looks, Jin is secretly the strongest martial artist ever. He's already conquered the mighty Dragon King, earning the title King of Mumyon Mountain. Now, following his mom's dying wish, Jin returns to the ravaged city to restore it to greatness. What's crazy is that this charming prince is also an unstoppable fighting machine. One minute, he seems like a normal cute boy, the next, he's taking down entire armies with his fists and feet. Jin's martial arts skills are off the charts. He fights with mind-blowing power, pulverizing any bad guys foolish enough to pick a fight. Watching the tiny prince unleash epic beatdowns is wildly entertaining for all Mirin fans. Get ready for non-stop action as the mysterious little master battles to make his city great again. So, did any of these surprise you? Which of these under-the-radar gems are you adding to your must-read list? Share your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you found some new favorites, give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe for more awesome manhwa discoveries. Also, donate if you want to, and peace out.